Hey everybody, I wanted to shoot a video today, and first thing I want to do is show you this tree. Isn't that a cool tree? Man, check this out. If you were a kid, this would be like the ideal climbing tree. It branches off really low to the ground, and when it takes off, it's got big, huge branches to climb on. It's that crazy tree. Anyway, I'm a developer, an internet developer. And when I say developer, basically what I mean is someone that creates content online. It can be in the matter of a website, a video, any kind of content. A lot of the content we create is free. YouTube's free content. I made a video about that yesterday. But in order to gain any advantage online, you're going to have to create some content. And a lot of people don't have time to do it, or they don't like to do it. And I can understand that because it sometimes can be time consuming depending on how much you put into it. But in order for you to be found online, which is where the activity's at today, you got to create content. And that's what you got to do. But one of the things I run into, and I ran into this yesterday, I want to talk about it real quickly, is people who have websites but do not own their name. Their domain name, their URL. So if my name is bobsplumbing.com, bobsplumbing.com belongs to somebody else and not to me. And I'm going to talk about a specific person I spoke with yesterday. They have a, I'm going to cross the street real quick. They have a domain and they have a, templated cookie cutter website that has, they have no access to. It belongs to a big company, and they wanted to build another website because they wanted to have some control of that website, and they wanted to add maybe a blog, maybe some content, do some development like I was just speaking of. But they can't do it because they don't know how. They don't even have access to the website. So they contacted me, wanted to know if I wanted to help them out a little bit. So I informed them. I went to whois.com, whois.com, and is.com, I'm sorry, and another cool tree. I love these trees. And found out they don't own their domain, so I informed them of this, and they said, well, we didn't know that, but we'll contact our rep and see if there's some way to resolve this. So they contacted their rep, name of the company, why, you can figure out the rest of it, but and I don't know I don't know their side of it. All I know is what the person told me. But they talked to the representative. The representative said, no, we're not going to give you your domain. We're not going to do it. So the guy calls me back and says, well, that's all over our stationery. It's all over our letterhead. It's everywhere. And unless we get this domain back, we're not going to do anything. So I thought that's pretty unfortunate because your domain is tied up, because I said about all you can do now is create another domain, not to build a separate site because there's no way to do anything with this site. So literally they are stuck. They have to stay with this horrible site that they will never ever get any activity from, or give up their name, and they chose to stay with their site and just live with the horrible site and pay a monthly fee and have something that's really pretty much useless online, as opposed to starting fresh. So I just want to warn people, don't allow companies to register your domain. And if you don't know who owns your domain, there's a real simple website. It's whois.com, whois.com. I'm going to put the link below in this video. Go check it out. It'll give you some information. It'll tell you where your domain's hosted. It'll tell you who registered your domain. It'll also tell you who the administrative person is for that domain. And all that information's right there. Just take a little time and study it and figure it out. And it really pays to pay attention to this kind of stuff because it can really haunt you in the future. So please, I've made other videos about this. Take some time to figure out who owns your domain. And if you don't own your domain, try to figure out how to get it in your name. Sometimes companies do give them up. I've seen that before. Where if you're with a company and you say, I'd like to have my domain, they will give it back to you. So that's all for now. I appreciate your time. Thanks for listening.